YouTube, a video on ITZY? What? Yeah, we're doing a video on ITZY's Bet On Me rap because it's actually probably one of their more interesting title track raps. And no, I'm going to shed some light on it. When ITZY does cool rap things, I'm going to show you some cool rap things. Now, is it Mino level? Is it Bobby level? Is it Changbin Suga level? No. But it's cool for ITZY. And that's what matters. So before we get into the actual rap flows, I'm sure you guys are curious about their speeds. So I'm going to put their speeds right here. Here's how fast they went. Of course, in my 8-second constant, how I do this. If you don't know how I do this, basically take 8 seconds of a song and you take the syllables in those 8 seconds to get how fast they did it, right? You get the SPS. Their raps are only about 7 seconds, so it does make it a bit slower than it should be. But I digress. Here are the rap speeds. Nothing like, extraordinary in K-pop, but still interesting for them. It may be Ryujin's fastest. I'd have to double check on some of her other tracks. Definitely the fastest on a title track, I'm pretty sure. So I'll probably add that in for her rap this summer in my fastest rappers ever. But let's get to the main event. What did they do cool in their Bet On Me raps? If you haven't heard the song, go check it out. It's a much more smooth style for ITZY that they haven't really done too much of in the past. Pretty interesting song. I'm going to assume you've heard it and dive into the thing. By the way, if you want to join our Discord, the link is down in the description. You could join our community to talk about cool rap things as well as ITZY. There's plenty of fans for both of them. Or come join me in my second channel where I actually upload this flow transcribed with the song under it. So you can actually hear the song play with the music video and see the rhythms go. So you can kind of picture it with the sound as well, okay? Because I can't put this on here because copyright. But let's go into this. So besides me not knowing who wrote the raps because I didn't look up the credits because I'm pretty sure it's not Ryujin and Yuna. Please enlighten me if it is. I'd be surprised, in a good way surprised. But let's look at what they actually did. So obviously the first 4 bars here are Ryujin. She, in my opinion, has the weaker section of this verse. She has the weaker first half compared to Yuna's second half. And I'll get into why in a second. Ryujin's the entire verse is foundation in a beat 3 rhyme, which all starts because Ryujin starts on the end of basically does a pickup. So she kind of displaces the 1 to the 3 of the previous measure before she starts. Pretty little nitpicky thing that's pretty cool that probably a lot of people won't notice is that when Ryujin starts rapping, even though it's a pickup, she's treating it as 1, so her rhyme is coming on the beat 3 instead of what typically would happen on beat 4 or the and of 4, whatever it may be. I digress. Let's keep going into this. So she starts off on the pickup with a beat 3 pickup, and basically the foundation of this rap, as I said, is this dotted 8th note rhyme. She goes in a dotted 8th note rhyme into a dotted 8th note to start her next phrase and her next bar, if you will. And that's not too common in K-pop. I thought listening to it, it was just a normal 8th note or a fast quarter note, but no, it was actually a pretty interesting rhythm of a dotted 8th note rhyme at the end, playing with that as well. But beyond that, Ryujin's basically just doing 16ths, a little bit of a gallop flow mixed in with short runs of 16ths, 1E and a 2 and a type thing, right? It's more of like a gallop playing with a little bit of like 16th, short 16th runs. Pretty non-thing to jump out at me about, but just the fact that the foundation of the rap is on the dotted 8th notes. And here's why I think, even though Ryujin is faster, as you saw, than Yuna, here's why I think Ryujin is slightly less complex than Yuna. We look down at Yuna. The first thing she does is not hit the downbeat. On purpose, of course. This is what some people would call, I found out on TikTok, a stylistic choice. Joke that's going to go over most people's head. But yeah, so she doesn't hit the 1 on purpose. She actually hits the 32nd note before beat 1 to start off her thing, which I was like, wow, that is a nice she rushed the 32nd note in there. That was pretty cool. She didn't hit beat 1. And then she continues to not hit beat 1. And then she does hit it because she kind of makes it more of she starts off doing what Ryujin was doing. Ryujin had them almost separate. The first verse into the rhyme, and then another bar into the rhyme, and then another bar into a rhyme, right? Like, this is all one bar into the rhyme. This is the next bar into the rhyme right here. This is the next bar into the rhyme. Yuna starts off the same way. Triplet bar into the rhyme. Next bar into the rhyme. And it wasn't until here that you can see she starts like actually combining it all together. So even though she's rhyming, she's still driving straight into the next flow. And the coolest thing about Yuna, look how many different flows she has. Granted, they're extremely short. I wouldn't really call it flow changes because the foundational rhyme is all the same. But she has triplet bass as the flow in the first one. Triplets? There's no triplets in here. She throws triplets in instead of doing a gallop that she could have done. Wow. Then she goes into here, misses the one, and basically has an eighth note feel. Then she has the gallop into the eighth note feel with a change up of the rhyme, by the way. Finally, she has a more Ryujin-esque, brings it back to what Ryujin had started with the 16ths, foundational with a little gallop into some eighths and finishing it off with, again, not the same foundation, which is really cool. But anyways, these are really nuanced things. This isn't like the best rap in the world or anything. It's really cool for ITZY and what they have done before. It's probably the best rap they've done on a title track. I would put my life on saying that probably. But I mean, I might get proven wrong in the future if you guys know a really cool one that it just went over my head. But yeah, this is ITZY's Bet on Me. There were the fast raps. There were the speeds and the everything else. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and to wrap up this video, I just ask that you leave a like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that, and get more Mitzies in our Discord community. But besides that, there's one more thing I have to do. Now here's a quick shout out I do at the end of every video for my Patreons. If you want to be on here, as well as see videos 12 hours early, get special access to reactions I make and other benefits, you can support me on Patreon for just a few dollars a month. Here we go. Swiss, Just a Penguin, Laura Fernandez, Arston, Miyu's Ribbons, Zakane, Wookbook, Smila X Smith, Austin, Caitlin Gervin, Deadboy Sushi, Errol Farhan Fleur, Fred Earth, Griffin Chiavo, Hannah Manu, Katra New Wells, Larian24, Mary, Natalia Krasinska, Novalite, Premislaw Polinsky, Rand1998, Rai, Take None, and Val Tinney. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of you.